I've tried to be stopped at 107 kilometers an hour and 100 km.
Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Cerise and this is Living Good. Guys, I want to introduce you to my friend and also, like I said earlier, my brother from another mother, Mr. T. Welcome.
Hi,
welcome.
Thank you very much.
I'm really happy to have you on the show. You know, you're one of the first people that I met when I came here. But one of the first channels that actually, before I came here, there was only 2 channels I watched. And that was before when there were very few vloggers, and it was you and Russell. Mm-hmm. So go figure that you guys are both in my life because your information was so amazing. Before I came here, guys, I was binge watching Mr. T's videos on YouTube. They were so informative. It's Educated Traveler. Make sure you check it out, www.youtube.com/educatedtraveler. He has amazing information on everything that you guys could even, just random videos on construction, on mandates, on, you know, clouds and like any type of everything. And that's why I love having conversations with you. But let's just get to the basics.
Thanks for the shout out.
Oh, you're welcome. Let's get to the basics because I really want people to know, how did you even know about the Dominican Republic? What brought you here?
We live in crazy times, and I didn't like living in these highly regulated societies. And I was looking for a country where it was a lot less regulated, mm-hmm. freer, not picking on petty little things like they do in many countries. Mm-hmm. And like, I've tried to be stopped at 107 kilometers an hour in a 100K zone and get a big fine for that. Mm. Here, you don't even get looked at by a cow, let alone a radar. So, you know, it's a lot freer. And I searched the internet like many people do, and yeah, that was just one of the countries that seemed at that stage to be easy to get into. So, you know, I decided, let's try it out. Came here 3 weeks, vacation first. Yeah. A year later, I moved here.
Wow, yeah. That's a big move. And then you were in Europe for a few years before you came here. Mm-hmm. So a lot of people wouldn't like think about just leaving Europe like that. Once you got here, you enjoyed it. But what I really love about your lifestyle here is you have immersed yourself into the culture. Like, do you speak Spanish?
No, just joking. Not if you ask the people in Puerto Plata. But around here, you know, they say, oh, you're doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Pero yo hablo un poquito español, sí.
Sí. And how did you learn Spanish?
I've never had a course, never been to a school, but just simply being around. I'm out and about a lot. I meet a lot of people, and if you're not scared of making a fool out of yourself, mm-hmm. what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, and you learn simply just by practicing. And I have a 1 word per day philosophy. If I could just capture 1 new Spanish word per day, then my vocabulary grows, and suddenly then all the sentences starts coming together. So,
well, I like that. I like that. I think I'm going to adopt that.
Because my head's too clogged for 300 words per day. So
right.
One I can handle.
1 word. And your Spanish is pretty good. You know, when I first came here and I heard you speak Spanish, I was like, wow, so impressed, because I knew that you learned it in the streets from the people. And then now that I have learned Spanish myself the same way, in the streets from motor conchos and everything of that nature, I hear your Spanish and I'm like, yeah, you are speaking Spanish, so kudos. You're great, just a great influence for people that are coming all around the world. Now, there are a few things that I just kind of want to also shout out. You have a motorcycle. Mm-hmm. And the other day, you and I were chit-chatting, and what did you, I want you to share with everyone what you told me, because I thought it was like so sweet. It gives a good example of how the Dominican people are. Do you remember?
No, just give me a
You were in Maranata and something with your oil?
Oh, yeah, I took too much weight on my motorbike, and piston went, cylinder, had to get the engine out, had it all fixed. I said to the mechanic, if you don't hear from me within the next half an hour, everything went well here.
Right.
15 minutes later, he gets a phone call. I'm halfway back from Puerto Plata. I'm in a gas station just covered in oil. And there was some little oil plug that hadn't quite tightened as hard as they should, and that vibrated loose, and it squirted all over me, and quite the experience. But they came out, put one in, cleaned me up, and I was good to go.
Right, but the one that he put in was from his own motorcycle.
Yeah, he said, "Oh, this is a dry engine, so you can have my plug." So, all
Right.
thank you.
He had no
I can keep going now. Yeah, so
I thought that
very
was
helpful.
so sweet. I thought that was so sweet. Like, and we always hear all those little stories, and you know, another thing of you being so immersed in the culture as well. You have one little sandwich spot that you go to, right over here on the playa, on the beach, right? And you go there.
Yeah, it's one of 100 plus. Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's good.
Right, and you get your juice, and he makes it special for you, and a sandwich. But you are always out in the streets. Like when you say 100 plus, that's true, because you are always. Guys, Mr. T, he is a popular vlogger here, and he's always out and about. You will see him in the street on his motorcycle. You cannot mistake him. But I will say this much. You are so much in the culture that you know a lot of what's going on. So you have like your ear to the ground. You have your finger on the pulse. What's going on with the traffic? You asked me to ask you about the traffic.
Yeah, I just heard Russ, he was talking about traffic congestion. I've seen it over the years here, how it was, and then they started putting in, to me, illogical traffic lights to start with. And there's one in Cabaretta, so they're blocking an artery. It's a highway. So it starts congesting. And then they've done the same. There's another one gone into Sosua by Papatera. There's another one in the center. And, you know, by putting these in, with more people here, more expats moving here, more people coming up from different cities or towns to the north coast, it's just congesting. But then there's one factor that makes it really bad, and that's when their traffic police steps on the road. And maybe overseas they go to training academies for that, you know, so they know, no, you guys go, no, it's your turn, so on. But here, they turn it into a chaos. And then people want to go on the inside, outside, motorbikes are trying to cut through and go behind the legs of the traffic cop, and then cars are tooting at each other. It just becomes a real chaos. And just to prove how well it works when cops and traffic lights are not there, when they switch the power off, and Amit, the traffic police, has a day off, everything just flows perfectly.
Okay. So, and I would say that is par for the course as well, because there's not a lot of traffic lights on Route 5 at all, as it's a highway. But, I mean, also up in the hills. Now, you hit a cow before, right?
Well,
so tell people about that.
I hold a record, yeah.
Okay.
Two in 2 months.
Two cows. So you have to be careful when you are in traffic. Make sure you guys are patient, but at the same time, at nighttime, watch that you do not hit any cows. Hey guys, thank you so much for joining me. I'm Cerise, your host of Living Good, every Wednesday from 7 to 8 p.m. in Sosua. Guys, if you want to be a guest on my show, please let me know. It doesn't mean that you have to be an expat here. You can be a visitor, so just hit me up. My information is below. I would love to hear your story, and so would my viewers. For the full video with Mr. T, please visit my Facebook, or you can visit Costa Norte TV Facebook as well, and you will get hit up every single week with a notification when my talk show goes live. Guys, I love you so much. Thank you so much for joining me. And by the way, if you want to advertise on Living Good, you can. Even if you live abroad, you can advertise internationally with Living Good if you have a product or service that you offer to customers and clients online. Give me a shout and I can help you out. Huge hugs, loads of love, big blessings. Enjoy your day.